Bessette and Aminata, Mina, Mack may have just joined the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, but their relationship is already showing cracks. As one of the 7 couples featured in Season 11, Mark and Mina's story is quickly gaining attention. While much of the spotlight has been on Matt and Imani Jailassi's unconventional throuple dynamic, Mark and Mina's journey is proving to be just as dramatic. But will they actually make it to the altar? Or are the red flags too big to ignore? Mark, Bessette and Aminata, Mina, Mack may be new to 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, but their relationship is already showing signs of trouble. While much of the spotlight has been on the unconventional relationship of Matt and Imani Jailassi, Mark and Mina's storyline is quickly capturing attention with its own drama. Mina, a Parisian native, has drawn comparisons to past cast member Jasmine, leading fans to anticipate some high-intensity moments from her. Her transition to life in the U.S. has been anything but smooth, as she struggles with living outside of New York and being separated from her young son. As tensions mount, early red flags suggest that Mark and Mina's relationship may not survive the season. How did Mark and Mina meet? Mark Bessette's life took an unexpected turn in 2019 when, during a trip to Paris as a pilot, he stopped for a drink to unwind. That night, he locked eyes with Aminata Mina Mack at a restaurant, an encounter that would change his future. Unsure why she was staring at him, Mark was captivated, believing she could have chosen anyone in the room. Yet a deep connection formed between them. Their relationship blossomed into a long-distance romance, with Mark visiting Mina every time he was in Paris. It just clicked, and I thought, what am I waiting for? He recalled. Despite the challenges of maintaining a transatlantic love story, Mark proposed, and 6 months after their engagement, Mina shared unexpected news. She was pregnant. Their daughter, Maria, was born in Paris, adding a new layer of complexity to Mark's already fast-paced lifestyle. Juggling work commitments and constant travel, he admitted the last 2 years had been crazy and left him longing for more time with his baby. Mark and Mina have a shocking age gap. At 58, Mark Bessette knew the 23-year age gap between him and 35-year-old Aminata Mina Mack was a major red flag. Yet when they met at a Paris restaurant, he chose to overlook it. Now, their differences in life stages, maturity, and priorities are becoming more apparent. Tensions surfaced when Mina moved into Mark's home and quickly disapproved of his decor, insisting that the furniture needed an upgrade. Her dissatisfaction didn't stop there. She pushed for them to move out of West Ossipee entirely, giving Mark a 6-month deadline to find a new home. Instead of discussing the matter openly, Mina used emotional pressure to sway him, leaving Mark feeling unheard in the relationship. Mark's daughter doubts Mina's intentions. Mark Bessette's daughter, Jordan, had reservations about Aminata Mina Mack from the start, especially since Mina was close to her in age. When Jordan traveled to Paris for baby Maria's baptism, her concerns only deepened. Mina arrived 4 hours late to the baptism party, making Jordan feel like their family wasn't a priority. By the time she left Paris, Jordan was convinced that Mina was taking advantage of her father, possibly for financial gain and a chance to move to the U.S. The final straw came on Jordan's last night in Paris, when Mina was expected to have dinner with Mark's kids but never showed up. To Jordan, this was proof that Mina wasn't genuinely interested in building a relationship with their family. Mina's son is facing passport issues and can't move to America. Mina Mack was thrilled about starting a new life in America with Mark Bessette, but just days before her move, unexpected news cast a shadow over their excitement. Mina has a 9-year-old son, Clayton, from a previous relationship, and complications in his visa process meant he couldn't travel with her. His passport didn't arrive in time, forcing him to stay behind in Paris with a family friend until his visa was approved. "And I'm sad because I lose my son," Mina admitted, struggling with the painful separation. If Clayton's passport and visa weren't processed soon, Mina faced the difficult decision of returning to Paris, potentially resetting the entire K-1 visa process. Leaving her son behind was one of the hardest things she had ever done, and though she and Mark had no control over the timeline, the uncertainty weighed heavily on her. The waiting game was frustrating, making an already emotional transition even more challenging. Mina's dreading the small-town life. Mina Mack made it clear. She wouldn't get married unless her son Clayton was with her. However, returning to Paris wasn't an option either, as her visa only allowed a single entry into the U.S. as she tried to settle into life with Mark Bessette. Frustrations quickly built up. Even basic necessities for their daughter Maria were missing. There was no high chair, and when Mina pointed it out, Mark brushed it off, saying it had been over 20 years since he last raised a baby. She was also frustrated to find no diapers in the house, only for for Mark to joke that he should have made a checklist. With no supermarket nearby, Mina had to settle for a gas station convenience store, where she couldn't even find fresh mushrooms. Though she managed to buy diapers, the search for a high chair was unsuccessful, as the local furniture store didn't carry baby items. Mina began to feel more and more out of place. She told the cameras that Mark really, really loved New Hampshire, but while it might have been the best place for him, it wasn't for her. With only 90 days to decide whether to stay and marry Mark, she wasn't sure it was enough time to feel comfortable raising her children there. Did Mark and Mina get married within 90 days? The 90-Day Fiancé Season 11 trailer teases rising family drama as Mina Mack is seen asking Mark Bessette's daughter, Jordan, not to attend their wedding. With tensions already high, this moment suggests even more conflict in the weeks ahead. However, despite the on-screen drama, Mina appears to still be living in the U.S. A social media post from February 2025 even shows Jordan playing with baby Maria, hinting that their relationship may have improved. Mark and Mina seem to have tied the knot within the 90-day period, staying together despite their challenges. What remains unclear is whether Mina's son, Clayton, was able to join her for the wedding, a key factor in her decision to marry Mark in the first place. Fans will have to wait and see how it all unfolds.